Welcome everyone to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today is the free-to-play edition. We got day 2. Don't be confused by the login rewards. Today's day 3. Day 1 overlap day 1 and day 2 since we were so close to the login. So this is technically day 2. Alright, if you're keeping up, let's go ahead and click the reward right here. We picked Aethel on day 1. So basically the way this is going to work is I'm going to kind of explain how I play the game and how I got to level 94 where I'm at now. I'm going to explain the decision making that goes along the way with my free-to-play account here. And if you guys have any questions, anything at all, you guys want to ask, you guys want to learn, you guys want to know about, don't be hesitant to put it down in the comment section below and I'll try to answer those questions. If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments and I'll get to them. Here we go. Collecting day 3. It's a random reward, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see if we get crit rate. We want the crit rate or the crit damage gauntlets. Alright, we got drop fever. That means basically if we go to Dragon's Lair, we get double the speed artifacts or double the chance, which is still a pretty low chance, but it's still better than nothing. Retaliation from Ice Golem, and we got Savage from the Fire Knight. So what happens is like during off event times where we don't have a fragment or a fusion, they bring these out. And this is kind of like to get you to use your energy and want to, do stuff with it. Keep you interested in the game between these like little dull periods. But they usually have really good like rewards here. Speed, Savage, Retaliation are often pretty common. All right, go to shop. Let's go and get the reward here. It's a goodie bag. Claim free gift. Claim free mystery shard. We're going to want to use that. All right, let's go ahead and get our daily login. We got some rings. I like that. The rings are right here. So as soon as we get her to 4 stars, we'll unlock the ring right there. So right now we can't see what it is at the moment anyways. Now we do have 3 of these pieces now. Ooh, and it's crit rate. So we got speed, attack percentage, HP percentage. I'm not sure if this is fixed, like this is always the same every single time you create a new account. But those are pretty good stats if it's random. Very good. We want speed to go here. I'm going to go ahead and level it up to level 8. Attack percentage is just as good for Aethel. But speed, 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 speed. Speed is the name of the game, especially when it comes to the arena. Any of these things. HP percentage, kind of feel a little bit gypped, but that's okay. We could have got 2 speed right there. It would have been amazing. Alright, so we have mismatched sets here. We don't have no set bonus for lifesteal, and we have no set bonus for the life. Let's see, let's go ahead and give her some gear. We can give her the HP gear here. Or we could give her the attack gear. Go ahead and just give her this. A lot of HP percentage stuff. Pretty good for anybody who uses that kind of stuff. Go ahead and give her the attack gear. Alright, so some of the pieces like the HP percentage boots, and then we got the defense percentage, flat defense, and resistance headpiece here. Might go like, I prefer to get crit rate, accuracy, speed, attack percentage, instead of these defensive stats. But I would say in the early game when you don't have your Great Hall built up, that it actually makes a lot of sense to make your attack-based champions pretty tanky, so they can actually live. And as you get better, watch, we'll go over here and check it out. Like as this grows, and you'll see you can go up to 20% extra HP percentage just for these magic champions right here, and it goes for all of them. That's huge. So that can kind of replace those stats later, and you can go full attack once you got these leveled up a little bit. If that makes sense. Going to get our mission reward. Equip a support type champion with 4 life artifacts of level 4 or higher. So all we have to do is level these up, and that will unlock that. I'm going to fast forward this. Alright, so we're going to go collect our mission reward here. I guess the goal for today is basically going to be to just use 4 experience brews at the tavern. It's going to be to just use my campaign energy and then get to the faction wars in the arena. Go ahead and go to that now. We got the Catacombs of Narbook. At last they arrived at Narbook, where the temple was now consecrated to the cult of Cyroth. Guided by their torches, they entered the catacombs, where the wind howled with the anguished screams of the restless dead. As they sank deeper into the vaulted galleries, a voice in the wind became ever more distinct, now echoing words of protest, now prayers to Lamaya, the goddess of light. All right, let's go ahead and stage 1. Now, here we get in defense gear, and like obviously we got weapon, helmet, shield, gauntlets, so on and so forth. We have a chance to get any of these items over here as well. So if we get one of these rares, we'll be looking real good. That's what we're hoping for. But the odds are not great. So be hopeful and optimistic, but don't, hold your breath. We're going to stick to auto for now. It should still work pretty good. But at some point in the game, these are basically uncommon champions. You're going to want to learn the abilities of the champions, and you'll learn that by getting them. Like, we'll understand what Aethel does now, and War Priest and others as we use them. But you're going to want to understand what their abilities are so you can learn how to counter them. That's going to be a big part of the game as well. So we got a defense bow here. Go ahead and just sell that and move on to the next round. Got stage 3-2. So Aethel's hitting pretty hard. And it'll be even better when she has like full gear that's all matching. I'd like to go over why I chose Aethel again. If you choose in the very beginning of the game between the 4 champions, a lot of people choose Kayle, and it's a pretty obvious choice. Kayle, when I first started playing the game, and I knew nothing about it because I like to, just kind of keep myself unknowledgeable when I start playing games. Level 11 here. Go ahead and says. Dungeons unlocked, tough dungeon bosses, build new teams, complete challenges, and earn great rewards. Win legendary artifacts, beat the artifact dungeons, and claim legendary artifacts. Ascend your champions, take on potion dungeons, and power up your champions. Let's go ahead and go. Check it out. All right, and like it said, right now we have a 2x chance for the Dragon's Lair to get speed gear. So what happens is you fight the dragon, you get a chance to get accuracy, speed, lifesteal, destroy, toxic, frost, daze, avenging, stalwart, and these additional items down below. Just ancient shards are pretty good. You can get that. And you move on from stage 1 all the way up to stage 21. Into stage 25, sorry. So you start off in stage 1, and you can go all the way up to stage 25. Now the important thing to note here is basically the affinity. This is magic affinity, which means it's kind of rock, paper, scissors. Like they got magic, force, spirit, and then void. Void is like a neutral affinity that isn't really affected by the rock, paper, scissors system. But basically the way it works is like magic is strong against spirit, which is strong against force. And magic is weak against force. And so on and so forth. So like force affinity would be weak against spirit. Then that's how that all works. So they each have a weakness, they each have a strength. When they weak hit, it doesn't land the debuffs and stuff. It also doesn't do as much damage. And then when you strong hit, you can like have an extra chance to crit, stuff like that. So you'll want to go through this soon, but at the same time, right now, I'm kind of focused, like I said, on getting to the campaign. Go ahead and start off with stage 3. Keep it moving. And we're still leveling up our champions right here, giving us a better chance to go fight in the arena and win. So I definitely recommend leveling your champions up first. And trying to get over there. Basically, the way the arena works is you're going to be building up that Great Hall I showed you earlier. And it basically gives you more points towards the stats. And you're going to be building up your account that way. So Aethel, for example, is a magic-based champion. We're going to want to build up our magic-based hero stats to affect her. And then, obviously, at the end of the game, I would say that the Void champions are kind of where it's at. So if you can get as many Void champions as possible, you definitely want to level up the Void section as well. For me personally, my account's level 94 at the moment, and I have the entire Void section completely filled out. It's practically the only thing I have filled out to level 10. I have, I believe, the force, affinity, attack, and crit damage up to 10 or close to it for both. And that's because my nuker is Candrafon, who's a Force Affinity guy, so I kind of wanted to build him up first for the arena. But you definitely want to do the arena as much as possible from early on in the game all the way up to the end game, because it's going to be the thing that you're like leveling up the longest. The Great Hall is going to take the longest to level up out of anything in the game. So you're definitely going to want to start that as soon as possible and just keep busy with it. So don't be discouraged by like if you hit walls where you can't defeat champions, whatever. Just make sure you're always using your tokens and trying. So you each have like a certain amount of tokens per day. Then you get like more from quests and stuff. Make sure you're using all your tokens, and they regenerate like 1 per hour. All right, level 12. Let's see what it says. Classic Arena unlocked. Fight other players. Test yourself against other players from around the world. Climb the rankings. Unlock permanent bonuses for your champions and earn huge rewards. Earn medals. Earn medals to develop your Great Hall and strengthen your champions. So that's what I was talking about earlier. Let's go ahead and skip it for now. We're going to go to that in a second. Let's go ahead and use some of this energy and get through some of this and build these guys up a little bit more before we go testing our strength. Now we have a boss fight because we're on stage 7. This is against Mashald, who's one of the best champions in the entire game for doing damage. Now I do believe this is his old kit. When you fight the boss, Mashald, he has his old kit in the game, and his kit was updated at some point to be a better kit. I'd have to look up exactly what the old Mashald did, but something like that. The company crashed into a chamber to find King Teba strapped to a chair, his captors forcing a brew down his throat. Chop that dude's head off, man. About to fuck him up. Get him, boys. They made short work of the aggressors, then cut the king from his binds. I have been bewitched, he began in rasping breaths, forced to declare war on Arabia. Then handing them his royal signet, he said, "Ask Queen Eva forgiveness for my forced betrayal. Thank her for giving refuge to my people, and request her help to find the cause of this. Shadow." Alright, so we got a book here, which will be very beneficial and helpful to Aethel. We got a pretty nice helmet, it's uncommon. Got speed substat, perfect, we'll keep that. Go ahead and keep it moving. Move on to stage 4, chapter 4, Durham Forest. To gain entrance into Arabia, they would have to pass through the dark wood to Felwyn's Gate. After a 3-day trek, they reached the edge of Durham Forest, home of the Dark Elves. Showing them the signet of the king, the company claimed right of way as bearers of the monarch's word. But the Dark Elves recognized neither king nor queen and attempted to take their toll in blood. Alright, so it's on right now. We gotta fight these Dark Elves, I guess. Looks like we're doing skinwalkers here. So we're in the forest of Durham. Let's go ahead and put Aethel as the lead again. Bring War Priest, Sniper, and Crusader. Say, I don't want to level up these two. Those two can be food. Probably only one common, maybe 2 in the game that are worth leveling up, and only for a temporary amount of time. And I'll make a video about her soon. Her name is Sister Militant. So Sister Militant is pretty badass. I like her a lot. The way Sister Militant works is she basically only has one attack, only has one skill, which is kind of cool about her. Like other people get 3, maybe 4. She gets 1. This is crit rate gear now. Go ahead and move on to next stage. So Sister Militant gets 1 attack, and that 1 attack is an AoE swing, and she hits pretty hard. So she attacks everybody in 1 hit, and it's lovely. It's great. So it allows you to do a single hit AoE every single time. It's really great for Spider, early levels of Spider too, when you got to kill the spiders, or spiderlings. On my main account, I had leveled up 4 of them, just for the fun of it. Alright, so we got a new champion, Satire. Deep Cut. Attacks when enemy has a 25% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. That goes up to, looks like 45%. Catch. Attacks 4 times at random. Decreases the turn meter by 15% if this attack is critical. So 4 turns, 3 turns when booked. Keep an eye out for him. See if we can get some extra copies and level them up. Try them out. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. Move on to stage 3. All right, so back to Aethel. There was a reason why I chose Aethel. If you play the game in the beginning, Kale is a very obvious choice because he has the 4 poisons. That's 5% poison damage per poison. So if you land all 4 of them, that's 20% per tick. And pretty nice, especially on a starting champion. Level 13. Let's see what it says now. Great Hall unlocked. Unlock powerful bonuses. Spend medals earned in Classic Arena to unlock powerful bonuses for your champions. Maximize your development, boost your progress, and get an edge over your opponents. Doesn't want me to talk about Aethel. All right, so like we're gonna put those points here for like Aethel. We'll put them here for Void champions, here for Force, here for Spirit. All right, and we got HP, attack, defense, crit damage, resist, and accuracy. So you can see you could put 80 accuracy on any of your champions. Put up to 80 resistance. Got 25% crit damage, 20% defense, attack, and HP percentage. All right, we got more offers always popping up. Go to quests. Go ahead and collect those dailies. We got the challenges here. Collect whatever you got. Now you might want to actually pursue some of these, like actually go after them. It says win 3 weapons from clearing stage 1 on K-Rock Castle on normal. Like I might want to go back and just go get 3, get 3, get 3, get 3, get 5, get 5, all the way until I got my book here, and then we're going on to the next stage. So any of these, you know, that works for. If you want to go do 5 classic arena battles, go get it. Win a campaign battle using 4 champions at level 20 or higher. Like that one's going to take a minute. Let's go ahead and put that book into Aethel. There's no reason for us to hold on to the book right now. Hopefully it'll go into... Hopefully this cooldown right here. I'm kind of superstitious. I feel like if you just keep opening the thing over and over and like you have it open up, it'll go into it. And then that's superstitious. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But, you know, I like it. So sometimes I do it. Sometimes it works. All I got to say about that. All right, so let's move on to another area. We have Aethel's a little bit more powerful now. At least her ability is going to come back around a little faster. And that A2 on Aethel is really nice. We want to get that one leveled up a lot. So this one right here, get an additional 25% damage. Yeah. All right, let's go over to Kit real fast, and I'll tell you why I chose Aethel and not Kale. Kale is very good for Dragon and the Arena. He hits very hard with his A2, and if the guys don't die, I think it actually gives them turn meter boost. So, or maybe it does if they die. Actually, let's go look. All right, so Kale kind of logically is the best champion of the 4 when you look at the kit just by the paper of it. So attacks on enemy, 2.5% poison. The A2 hits really hard. It can kill people in the arena. It's definitely a hitter. And then it fills the turn meter for every enemy killed. So if you don't kill all of them, you might be coming back and land in this disintegrate here on the next turn. So attacks 4 times at random, has a 40% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. It lands all 4, that's 20% damage per turn, and that can go up to, obviously, 40% damage, and if you have it masteried up with the other one that makes it an extra turn, then you can get that up to 60%. So he basically thumps you with this one, and if you don't die, you get thumped with this one, and you do die, especially when you get a turn. So this one comes around as well. So he's a great champion. Now, here's what I'm going to say about it. In my experience, I would say that there's not very many good rare champions worth leveling up to 60. And I would kind of say Kale falls in that category. He doesn't, to me, scream, let's level him up to level 60, because at some point, there's someone who does every single thing he does, but better, that you can get and probably will want to get. Like, you're probably not going to want to use Kale as your nuker in the arena forever. And that's all there is to it. You're going to probably want to upgrade that as soon as possible. So as a nuker in the arena, upgradable and something you're going to want to do as a fighter for the dragon or somewhere else in the game. Like, he's not going to be that great. You're going to want to upgrade him there as well. So I would say that I'd take him to 50 and that's it. Now, I'd say the same thing is true. I'd say the same thing is true for all the rares that are starters. I wouldn't take any past 50. What I would say is that while the dragon gives you good speed gear, the Fire Knight gives you good Fire Knight gear, which is Savage. That's what you want for that one. Savage gear, which is coming up right now. So we're going to have a Fire Knight tournament. We're going to get extra chance to get Savage gear. This was what works really well there. You have a 25% weaken. That's amazing on the A1. It's a 3-hitter, which is what you're looking for the Fire Knight to knock the shield down. Hard hitting A2. And then this nice little buff here on the A3. So increase attack and increase defense. And you get an extra turn. Plus you get the HP percentage, which I think they all have that, so, you know, it's kind of a wash. But this one right here, the weaken, is very nice. Basically means the boss is going to take 25% more extra damage from your champions, period. That's it. So, very powerful champion. And I kind of prefer to go take out that Fire Knight, especially early on. Although I would say that speed gear is where it's at. And if you don't get speed gear, if you don't get a turn, if you don't go, especially in the arena, you're going to die. So that's important. I'd get speed gear first. But then after that, you're going to want Savage gear to hit hard, especially on your nukers. So it's going to be a priority. Both of these tournaments here, Dragon and Fire Knight, are going to be nice ones to participate in this early on in the game. Go ahead and get started again with more campaign stuff, and then let's get over to the arena. Now, I forgot about this down below. We have rewards for doing things. Go ahead and collect these. Got 10,000 silver. We got 20 gems. Got experience boost. Now, this is for getting stars in here. Like, we got 2 stars here all the way down to the last one. All right, so those 2 stars add up to here, and then once we get to 60, we get this reward, 25,000 silver. Then up to 90, we finally get this reward here, and then move on to whatever's the next part. And then that goes up to getting max 3 stars on everything. That gives you, I guess, this reward here. There's a lot of rewards along the way. If you like collecting those, go ahead and collect them as soon as you get them. All right, this video is getting pretty long, so I'm going to break it up into 2 parts. It's going to be the end of part 1, and then we will pick up right where we left off at the beginning of part 2, and then finish on with day 2 at the end of that one, and then move on to day 3 next. So you guys stay with me. Hope you guys stay tuned for the next one. It'll be uploaded very soon. You guys take it easy. Have a great day. Peace.